my name is Dasha Rush and I'm an electronic musician. With the samples, it's something that I prepare for other people to use, so they have to find their own goal, what they want to do with it. You share a little bit of yourself through the sound, and then you give it to someone and someone use it and do something completely beautiful. And I think that's the goal. My first music piece I ever made, I was 18. So I was, more into harder stuff, like gabba, hard techno. I didn't have any gear at that time, so we were using samples and samples of drum machines and stuff, and then my first track was made with Cakewalk, basically, and samples. Yeah. I didn't have any knowledge about electronic equipment or how it works or, what's the samplers. At that time there was no electronic music schools or videos where you can learn things. So I got books, mostly manuals, reading manuals. I developed really slow. It took me an enormous amount of time. And then by repeating it and repeating it, you learn what I learned. As you know, I call the sample pack Techno Toys. So it's more specific to, let's say, classic techno tracks. So what I've done here, I took the acid loops from sample pack and I put it in my Digitact and made a little sequence with it. So that's how the original loop sounds. And then we play the sequence. One moment. So, and then I add a little filter on it, so you can modulate. And then I add a second loop from acid folder as well, which is kind of high-pitched acid, and so we go into it, and also made a sequence, and then also filter, and I think I made the reverse. No, I didn't. Add a little. So you can modulate a little bit, the frequency, the low pass filter is on it. So, and then you can kind of modulate the envelope. So you have a different variations a little bit. I mean, it's very subtle, kind of, but if you make it rougher, you can hear the difference, like, filter. And then there is some delay on it. Like now it's too high, so put it down a bit, yeah. So kind of low end. And then what you do, for the techno thing, you can just add the bass drum. And you have a track, and then you add little rim shots. So I get louder rim shot. I think nowadays DJing also permits you to be more creative. If you have 4 CDJs and you just play loops from the sample packs, you loop the bass drum and then you put an acid line and then you add something else ahead from whatever, some track that you love, it's also somehow composing. Now I DJ with 4 CDJs, 4 USB sticks, and on 1 USB sticks there are some unreleased stuff or some samples that I made for myself. I just add something on top of the track. Usually when I get a new toy, what I call it, I can just sit there all day and just trying to make sounds out of it. Play around with the different sequencers or, with the different effects, and I just record sounds. So here we have like Akai XR10, it's a drum machine. And here we have a circuit bending box that attached to the drum machine, to the memory of the drum machine, to EEPROM. Basically, it affects the sounds. It make nice, dirty things to the sounds. I would say it tortures the sounds a little bit. Just to make an example, here we have one sound, dry sound from the machine. So I'm just gonna play it. And then if I apply something from that box, it's gonna become dirty. Or even nastier. And then a little bit of just high noise. Sometimes I erase them after, but sometimes I keep them, and sometimes I also go back to this recording and take something, chop it. Yeah. Sometimes you accidentally make a great loop, and you're like, yeah, well, I can't use it now, or I don't want to record it now. So you just store it like an idea. You revisit sometimes 10 years later, you're like, oh, I made this great thing, and it gives you another idea. I don't think that there was like a turning point where I said, oh, I'm a producer now. I actually never even asked that question, like, sit there, am I a producer now, am I ready? It was just a like inner feeling, you know, you keep on doing things, and then at some point you're like, oh, I like that and I want to share.